of contributions to the industry and to women and to XR. I would love to hear from you. Just please, if you would introduce yourself a bit more and tell me, I'm sure we can spend the entire 10 minutes of this fire chat talking about the motivation, but what motivated you to start XR Women and to bring you this vision?
Sure. Yes. Well, first of all, I'm honored to have been asked to participate in the SHE Summit, and very much admire what Christopher Lafayette and GatherVerse is doing. Really important initiatives here. So I'm just thrilled to be able to take part. So I co-founded XR Women in November of 2020. In part as a response to the fact that we were seeing a lot of male-only speakers at events. And, so we thought, well, let's get together. Let's practice our speaking skills. Let's start meeting on a regular basis. And we thought, well, are we crazy to think that we can do this every week? And we decided, yes, we are crazy, but let's do it anyway. And so since then, we have put on more than 150 events in virtual worlds. And we have some exciting new things coming up. We've just announced an advisory board consisting of Laura Kusamoto, Amy Lamire, Judith Okonkwo, and Shelley Peterson. And we're excited about the ways that they can guide us forward in 2024 to offer more resources to the women in our community. So those were the motivations. We celebrate the successes of women in the field and serve as a showcase for the skills that the women in the field have, the ways that they are creating in XR. And in fact, we have a business showcase, a spatial computing business showcase coming up on January 31st that will showcase specific women-led companies. So we're super excited about that. Yeah.
Oh, that's fantastic. That is definitely not to be missed for sure. Can I ask you to, do you know, I got involved in XR some 12 years ago, maybe, when it was just earlier on well, I'm just a geek. When it's in the lab, it's what excites me. But how have you found XR to lend itself to inclusion? And to, because I myself have been in the industry and in high tech for so long, and it's nice to see more women. And I'm really grateful to you for the effort that you're making. And I can't wait to join your clan.
Well, thank you. Yes, that would be fantastic. Well, the one of the main reasons I first got involved in XR was that I saw the opportunity for people to share their perspectives through it in a very powerful way. And my sort of initial entry was with 360-degree video, beginning back in 2015, 2016. So haven't been in field as long as you have, but yes. And I still think that 360 video has value, although it's kind of been left behind in some ways. It's not at the forefront of technological innovation, but I do think it still has value. And I think that one of the most important things about XR is being able to put yourself in a situation that you wouldn't normally experience, to sort of step in someone else's shoes and see things from the perspective that they see it. So I still think that is important, but also the ability for social XR to connect people wherever they are in the world. Just, we're seeing that here, but there's something different about being an avatar in a virtual space and being in a spatial relationship with others there and being able to get to know them in real time, even though you're thousands of miles apart.
And it's amazing. And I think, and you have extensive experience in that in terms of education and bringing the experience a lot closer to you. It really activates the imagination. But how do you propose a company can we measure the impact or the success of applying XR?
The success of applying it. So I think that first of all, you have to seek out feedback and make sure that you're actively hearing from those who are using your solution and getting their responses and thinking critically about them and about how you can incorporate them. And I think sort of really listening to the responses
Yes.
you get from your XR solutions is hugely important.
Yes. Seek feedback. Listen. Part of the process we often can do better at. Can you share a personal experience with us with this regard?
Um, well, let's see.
You have so
I
many.
Yes, there are so many. Well, I think that one of the things that I've heard has to do with the avatars that are used in a particular space. And XR Women, our current home is in the Engage platform. We used to meet in the Immersive Learning Research Network platform, their campus on the Verbella platform. But we also go to various other worlds. And I hear from some people that, oh, these avatars don't represent me. They are not like me, whether it's a matter of body type or race or hair or gender or age. That it's very often that people don't feel like they can be present as they would like to present themselves as themselves in
Yes.
virtual spaces because of the avatar systems. Now, I also know how challenging it is to build an avatar system, and that the simplification of them makes it easier to implement them. And so this is a technical challenge, but it's one that should not be ignored.
Right.
And I think especially the companies with most resources should be investing as much as they can into making sure that their avatar systems are representative of all the people who might want to come into their space.
Right. I'm cognizant of time. I'm not sure how much more time we have. I think we're almost running out of time. Dr. Karen Alexander, it's really amazing to have you here. But I wanted to ask you, if I still have some more minutes, to ask you, what advice would you give, other than joining XR Women, which is, would you give women who are, who aspire, but maybe don't have, the courage,
Mm.
or don't know how to get into this industry and to participate?
Sure. Well, I think the main thing is just to get started and just to don't worry about asking questions and come to spaces like XR Women where you can learn from others, ask questions, make sure that you are putting yourself in those communities to connect with others, because all those connections you make can multiply what you are doing and can help you continue to learn, to build networks, to discover opportunities, and to really get a foothold in the field.
Very wise. Thank you so much. If there was one thing that I should have asked that I didn't ask, what would it? But that you would want to add? Um, uh,
Yeah.
yeah, please.
Right. I think I would just like to put out a plea to allies, both to allies to women and allies to people of color, to be sure that you speak the names of women and people of color wherever there is opportunity. If you know someone who is offering a solution that is a woman or a person of color, make sure you let others know about that.
Yes.
Whatever the context, drop their name in there, raise awareness about who they are and what they do, because we really need that visibility. Often we're overlooked.
Yes, and very often the greatest talent may not be um, packaged in some preconceived notion of what it should look like, or sound like. and I will just add to your list the disabled. In many cases, they have so much so most cases they have so much more to offer. We just have these labels that we have conditioned ourselves to exist within, and they're in fact, our strongest limiting beliefs. I can't tell you how grateful I am for this opportunity to spend these few minutes with you. If it were up to me, I would take the rest of the day to chat with you, and we'll be doing some more of that, I hope, soon. I mean, you are in Pittsburgh, yeah?
I am, yes.
Yeah, and I'm in New York, so I'm going to be making a visit, I think, to come and check it out. And it
Wonderful.
would be a
Yes.
delight to see you in person. And I can't thank GatherVerse and SHE Summit and Christopher for or enough for this amazing opportunity to be in your presence and to have this opportunity to kick off this